Washington's a broken place. Sometimes the debate in Washington is small. You have a place in Washington. Is President Obama running or, behaving as president as if he were not actually in Washington? He's somehow outside that cocoon?
No, I think that there are probably some days as he wishes he weren't there, but I think that no, because there are some challenges and opportunities in his presidency that are more about leadership. You can do some things just, from an executive standpoint, they don't have to deal with Congress. But on health care, on energy, on financial regulation reform, as they begin to tackle the deficit, a lot of that has to do with legislation. It is our system of government. But I think that, most of you, some of you in the audience have followed politics for decades. Some of you are students and you're just following it closely for the time. I mean, I think that it is a place that tends to, become very small and very petty and very much focused on the short term. And I think that has been a systemic problem for our government. But no, he has obviously got to make progress in Congress, and he's working very hard in that regard. He's got a remarkable cabinet. We do have great members of Congress in both parties. So, I think there are some exceptions to that, but with a broad brush, I think all you have to do is look at recent history, and not so recent history, to understand that, listen, I would put it, can a business, can a family, can a city, a state government, they can't afford to kick these problems down the road like Washington has. In your own family, your own business, you just couldn't operate that way. I mean, you don't have the luxury of saying, we'll deal with that next year, we'll deal with that next decade, or you'll go out of business, or your family will be destroyed. And so I think that's what's been missing in Washington. And I think his leadership is going to really make a big difference in terms of convincing enough people in Congress that, we've got to take action on health care and energy, or we won't be as strong a country as we can and should be.
To set himself up for the long term.